Hey, the Ford Bronco suspension has its roots in the F-Series Super Duty trucks. And that's just amazing. The Ford Bronco is an awesome SUV, folks. One of the biggest difference between the new Ford Bronco and the Jeep Wrangler is the front suspension setup. While the Jeep uses a solid front axle, the Bronco engineers decided to go for a better on-road handling and high-speed dynamics, with a slight decrease in the front axle articulation. Still, Ford went to great length to engineer out the road off-road deficiencies with the setup. Now, thanks to the information in an Instagram post by Ford North America Products Communication Manager Mark Levain, we know the origins of the Ford Bronco HOSS suspension systems begin in a Ford Super Duty truck. And that is just amazing, folks. The suspension system began in a Ford Super Duty truck. And what a nice suspension the Ford Bronco has, folks. That HOSS suspension is just really nice. Now, the Bronco has an imaginatively named HOSS suspension system, an acronym that stands for High Performance Off-Road Stability Suspension. This setup was first developed in a skunkworks project on a Super Duty pickup built by a small team of engineers. Now, those original trucks were never sold, but a version of their suspension is currently in the Ford F-250 Tremor. The post only says the name of the whole suspension stuck for the Bronco, which makes sense considering the Bronco and the Super Duty are on very different platforms. Still, HOSS is a fitting name for the Bronco, as it's not afraid to have a little fun with the naming schemes. All of the trim levels are named after national parks or landmarks. And then there's the Sasquatch off-road performance package. Everybody knows what that's named after. The actual meaning behind the suspension makes sense too, as it will likely have better high-speed stability than the Wrangler off-road thanks to the independent front suspension. The suspension setup and the more powerful V6 engine on offer will likely make the Bronco the SUV of choice for those who want to take their Bronco out on the desert. In other words, we call those people the desert runners. But Jeep is fighting back. Addressing the power concerns with the Jeep Wrangler 392 concept. Yes, it's a concept, but it's very likely going to go into production. Then Jeep is also rumored to introduce the Wrangler Mojave with a desert runner focus. If either of these Wrangler models enter production, the Ford Bronco HOSS suspension may not be enough to make it a better desert runner than what Jeep has to offer. If they offer a Mojave with a 382 V8, the Bronco would have nothing to fight with. That is, until a Bronco Raptor comes. And until it comes alone, then that's when things would change. There's so much about these SUVs. And it's just, what a brilliant SUV. I know the world can't wait to get in their hands. This two-door SUV, also known as a convertible SUV Ford Bronco, is just awesome. This black diamond just makes your jaw drop. Awesome SUV, folks. And again, the six speed with the crawler gear and the GOAT mode that you see here. It's just awesome, folks. There's another angle. You got the grab handle. You got the dual climate controls features. What an awesome setup we have here. Again, Now we know the Wild Track and any trims with the Sasquatch have a high clearance suspension and the Bilston shocks. But with the base trim and the Big Bend, for example, are they just regular Ford shocks like from the Ranger, or what we expect, on the other mods and upgrades? Not really. Not really. The suspension is still a HOS system, the HOS system, even on the base Bronco, folks. It doesn't change. This baby right here, the 4-door Black Diamond, as you see, the doors are off. And the mud is just everywhere. This is how your Bronco should look, folks. This is how it should look in every way. So a lot of great experiences. The interior, the high tech, the 360, the 4-seat system. This one has all the features. From the leather interior is built after the baseball glove, and it's going to age like the baseball glove. So it's going to look good with time, folks. Again, our HOS system is just amazing. The suspension system is just amazing. And here you have with the Ford Bronco, you got over 200 accessories to choose from. And remember, get those babies installed for free when you go ahead and spec your SUV with the accessories. The Ford Bronco is back. And it's back in effect, folks. Ford is doing something different with these SUVs. The suspension and available stabilizer bar disconnect is something else about the suspension. The all-new Bronco has the available best-in-class maximum suspension travel. To complement that suspension, the travel stability control with the Bilston position-sensitive damping, known as PSD, shocks utilize the stop control valve. Technology to provide control and stability during sprinted off-road driving. Also, a stabilizer bar with a unique disconnect functionality is standard on the Badlands. That's only on the Badlands, not on all of them. So if you want that feature, you got to get the Badlands, folks. And then underneath the car, as you see here in the front, this SUV, it has what they call the bash plates for durability and confidence. These available metal shields offer underbody protection against the toughest off-road terrain. So when you hit, you don't have to worry about your oil pan or something breaking with these bash plates. And these are the first 35-inch tires in the segment, the bead-like capable wheels. Now these babies are available on all models. 35-inch tires provide additional traction and allows the Bronco to achieve the best-in-class ground clearance. With a max of 11.6 inches, the bead-like capable wheels allow you to air down your tires for extreme off-road adventure. Then they got the electronic locking front rear axle. I said when activated, the available electronic front and rear differentials lock the wheels on each axle to optimize traction and improve off-road performance when the situation requires. That's just awesome, folks. You're not going to get much like that. You're talking about extreme performance. The Bronco is ready for adventure with plenty of segment-leading design and capability features. Now, all these SUVs from the Ford Bronco has the best in class departure and breakover angles. The Bronco can handle the sharp drops, the steep inclines, the rugged off-road terrain with an available best-in-class departure angle, which is of 37.2 degrees and 29 degrees breakover angle. Bronco has an aggressive 43.2 approach angle. which makes a hell of a difference. And again, like we talked about right here, that GOAT mode, which is something else. The terrain management system with GOAT modes, which is to go over any type of terrain. Adjust your drive mode to match the environment. The Bronco features 5 standard drive modes: sand, slippery, sport, echo, and normal. The average capable Badlands come with 2 additional modes: the mud, ruts, and rock and crawl. And substitute sport mode for the Baja. In total, there are 8 available modes that you can have on this baby. You also have, what you see in this picture, you also have the climate control modes, which is different. We're just talking about the suspension. It's really easy to get caught up in something else. This is the Bronco system, which is the same system that's in the Ford F-250, the HOSS system. This is Automotive Reviews. Thanks for watching. Remember, share, like, and subscribe.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more interesting videos.